Yeah, so, after that, not much else happens, even though I did have to split this video up into 2 parts. Sorry. After he takes down an entire giant T-Rex monster on his own, the Red Ranger pretty much keeps kicking ass and taking names until the Monster of the Week goes, "You can't take us on alone." And he goes, "I'm not alone. Me and the T-Rex together, we're a team." And then, of course, the other Rangers show up. And the funniest thing in this entire episode actually happens right about here. One more time. I'm sorry, that's just the music to me. But anyway, after that hilarious look of trying to be a badass that Blue is trying to be, like, he's an oaf, but this is where we actually do get the most introduction of our heroes, the other heroes. As we get to know King, we know that King is a brave, headstrong, single-minded, tunnel-visioned type of guy who's pretty much like Naruto mixed with jam from Kyoryuger and mixed in a blender and then thrown out. The Black Ranger is this hotshot womanizer, pretty much the pretty boy, honestly. The Green Ranger is a by-the-books Bushido dude who practices kendo, which is cool. The Blue Ranger is a blue-collar worker who does, like, cable installation, and he's a handyman. He works with his hands. He works with electronics. And the Pink Ranger, I think, is a waitress, but she's rich. She's probably the most loosely defined because you really don't see too much of her, but she does like speaking in English, as the Black Ranger likes to speak in Italian and sometimes English. So there's a lot of other languages kind of seeping into the Sentai already. More of like pop culture references and such. Like, bye-bye, or hi, or like, keep smiling. Yes, there's a line that says keep smiling. But, yeah, I actually do find these guys pretty enjoyable. Mostly because they're a pretty good team, but they only fight together when they're henshined. So they don't actually show up together ever unless there's a fight. Like, they pretty much like Die Ranger. They henshin, they come together, they fight, and then they leave. Then they all go back to their normal lives, and they don't know about each other's normal lives. They don't know who they are after these normal lives, after the battle, actually. So they come in, they fight. They don't even unhinge in front of each other. They fight, kill the bad guys, leave, unhinge, and then go back to their normal lives. And I find that a bit like, and this is where I'm saying, again, this is kind of confused, because this whole time you have these, like, very kid-friendly ideas going throughout this entire show, but then you have this one idea of, yeah, dude, like, these guys are selfish. They kind of just want to be left on their own. They don't want their normal lives being interrupted by this mission. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, they'll fight together, but only fight together. Like soldiers in a war, pretty much. Like, if you're from, like, Louisiana and I'm from Texas, we both go to a war, we fight in the war, but after we come back home, we're split off and we don't know each other anymore. And that's kind of heartless for a Super Sentai. It's kind of heartless. But, hey, it works out. And honestly, I think that'll help bring in the team dynamic aspect of the characters once they have to actually start interacting with each other on both an interpersonal level and on a fighting team level. Because even in this fight scene, that they have together, they're all separated. None of them actually share a space when they're fighting. It's all individual. And I know that's to show off what each character can do and their different fighting styles, which are pretty cool and varied. And the fight scenes in here I really do like. But it also, I kind of see it as a good way of writing to show and establish that they are broken apart. They're not really much of a team as much as kind of putting ingredients right next to each other. Not mixing them together to make a cake, but setting them next to each other and saying, this will make a cake. You know, they all do their own things and then say they're a team. They never work together. And so I kind of can't wait to see how this goes on and progresses to where we actually get a full team who fight together, who lose together, who learn together. And I kind of think that's a really smart move on this Sentai's part to actually start it with where they don't want anything to do with each other. And honestly, as this is probably why I gave this a 7 out of 10. Most of this is kiddie, simple-minded, not very inventive, but has some good ideas. But this ending right here, where it kind of pulls it all together, gives me an idea of what the Sentai could be. It could lose its childish antics halfway through the season and become something more. Become a serious Sentai, or become a bit more serious and have a really good story intertwined with it. This is what I'm seeing in this. I'm seeing more potential than actual potential from what's been executed. I'm looking more towards what's gonna come than what is there. But for now, this is a very average episode, and it's not terrible. And if it didn't take me getting around everything that's weird in this episode and critiquing everything in it, I probably would have gotten this under 15 minutes. We probably would have had this in only one video. But, hey, not everything happens the way it should. But anyway, until next time, y'all, I'm going to try to do this in a bit more edited format with other reviews. And I'm not going to start doing that with Kamen Rider Wizard right now. I'm going to just do that normal vlog style. But I will try to do some more actual edited formats like this. Let me know what you think. And I kind of wish I could do over 15-minute episodes so I could actually go into detail on what I like and dislike about some episodes. But anyway, until next time, y'all, peace.
鎧の勇者恐竜ブルー斬撃の勇者恐竜グリーン角の勇者恐竜ピンク史上最強のブレイブZyuden Sentai恐竜だ